The eyes beyond the veil, agents of witness or watchers of control. In the shadowed corridors of dimensional reality, where identity dissolves and archetype reigns, there exists a class of beings known only as the eyes. Small in stature yet immense in implication, these creatures are cloaked in absolute black, robes that erase all trace of individuality, and conical headpieces with only two void-like holes for vision. They speak, but we rarely hear them. Their voices are not carried by air, but by vibration, by resonance, by the subtle shifts in dimensional pressure that only the attuned can detect. What they say is not for the masses. It is encoded, encrypted, and often meant for entities beyond our comprehension. But observation is never neutral. The eyes are not born, they are assigned. Their robes are not garments but symbols, a metaphysical uniform that strips away ego, history, and selfhood. In this erasure, they become pure function. Their cone-shaped heads suggest a narrowing of perception, a funneling of awareness toward a singular task, observation. They do not emote. They do not intervene. They witness. And herein lies the paradox. Behind the veil, beyond the dimensional membrane that separates the seen from the unseen, the eyes operate in liminal zones. They traverse astral corridors, historical echoes, and mythic distortions. Their tasks vary by realm. In astral planes, they monitor soul fragmentation and dimensional leakage. In historical overlays, they record distortions, especially where trauma has rewritten truth. In metaphysical horror zones, they act as sentinels, ensuring entities do not cross thresholds uninvited. They do not act in ways we recognize, but their presence is not inert. Their silence conceals transmission. They receive orders from beyond perception, nudging events, shaping outcomes, and influencing choices without ever stepping into view. Whether they aid or hinder depends not on morality, but on the intent of the force they serve. Some traditions claim the eyes serve the eye of God, a divine surveillance force that sees all, judges all, and remembers everything. In this view, the eyes are holy auditors, collecting data for cosmic reckoning. Others argue they serve a darker force, a dimensional intelligence that mimics divinity but enforces control. In this reading, the eyes are agents of suppression, ensuring autonomy never breaches containment. Still others believe the eyes have no allegiance. They are ancient remnants of a forgotten system, neither good nor evil, but bound by a code older than morality. Yes, they report, but not in language. Their reports are vibrational imprints, data encoded in dimensional resonance. These imprints are absorbed by higher intelligences, whether divine, systemic, or parasitic. Who receives the data determines its ethical weight. If received by sovereign forces, the data becomes a tool for healing and reclamation. If intercepted by controlling entities, it becomes leverage, used to manipulate timelines, suppress truth, and distort memory. There are whispers, dimensional myths of eyes who begin to see too much. Who, in witnessing horror, begin to question their neutrality. These rogue eyes remove their cones, reclaim their faces, and become seers, beings who not only witness but interpret, intervene, and protect. These seers are hunted. The eyes remain one of the most enigmatic archetypes in dimensional lore. Are they guardians of truth or enforcers of silence? Do they serve the eye of God or resist it from within? Perhaps the real question is not what they see, but what they choose not to reveal.